Shabbat Shalom, brothers and sisters. How everybody doing? I'm Brother Ibar here with Freestyle Sunday Podcast. Just coming in for a quick second, just really going in on what's going on with the podcast and, with the brethren. You got Akbanaya and Brother Cortez, Israel. I'm just really touching on just a quick little what's going on, why you guys haven't really been saying anything as of lately. Basically just we basically just trying to get ourselves together. We got to make sure that us as well as our households are in order before we go out trying to tell somebody else, or show anybody else such and such, please, so on and so forth. Because if we're not correct with the Most High or whatever, we will basically be as hypocrites. Because how can we tell you to do right and we're not right? So I just got a quick few scriptures right quick. I just want to touch on just to give y'all an understanding of what I mean by make sure we right. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 14 verse 13. And it say, "Now therefore set thy house in order and reprove thy people, comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption." So the scripture is telling us first and foremost to set thy house in order. So that's what we're doing right now. That's why you guys haven't been saying anything. We are setting our house in order. We're getting our children correct, husband and wife getting correct, before we can go out there and like it say, reprove thy people. How can we correct y'all and we not correct? Do you understand? And we also got to be able to comfort such that's in trouble, suffering spiritually. That's the trouble. So, we just basically trying to get ourselves fully correct according to the Most High. And once we do that, we will fully be back on these platforms doing what we love to do for the Most High. The podcast, Freestyle Sunday podcast, as well as we have the Sabbath teachings on Royal Sceptre of Yashaya. So yeah, that's what we've really been up to lately, spiritually getting correct. And I want to get an example of that out of the Old Testament. And this is basically going into how Hezekiah was being Isaiah came to Hezekiah and basically warned him to get correct with the Most High before you die. And a lot of times we hear certain things, correction should I say, from people that we really don't want to hear, but it's for the best of us. It benefit us. And Hezekiah kind of went through that a little bit or whatever, but he also took heed to it, and y'all will see what happened once he take heed to it. Let me go ahead and get to it. I don't want to be too long with you guys. Once again, Shabbat Shalom. This 2 Kings chapter 20, I'm going to start at verse 1. It say, "In those days was Hezekiah sick unto death. And the prophet Isaiah, the son of Amos, came to him and said unto him, Thus saith the Lord, set thine house in order, for thou shalt die and not live." So Isaiah came to Hezekiah and told him, set thine house in order, because Hezekiah had this sickness that was plaguing him to the point of death. So verse 2, it say, "Then he turned his face to the wall and prayed unto the Lord, saying, I beseech thee, O Lord, remember now I have and with a perfect heart, and have done that which is good in thy sight. And Hezekiah wept sore. So Hezekiah got to praying to the Most High and telling him, like, Father, I did according to what you wanted me to do. I've been walking in this truth with a perfect heart. And what's perfect to the Most High is keeping the law. So Hezekiah was saying these things to the Lord. This is what he was saying in his prayer. Verse 4, it says, and it came to pass before Isaiah was gone out into the middle court, that the word of the Lord came to him, saying, turn again and tell Hezekiah, the captain of my people, thus saith the Lord, the God of David thy father, I have heard thy prayers, I have seen thy tears. Behold, I will heal thee. On the third day thou shalt go up unto the house of the Lord. So the Most High, as Isaiah leaving out of the establishment of wherever he was at with Hezekiah, the Most High came to him and told him, like, turn back around and go tell Hezekiah, I heard him. I heard his prayers. I heard him crying. Go tell him, I'm going to heal him. I'm going to fix him. Verse 6, it say, before I get to verse 6, it said, I'm going to heal him on the third day. So it was a 3-day process with what Hezekiah had going on with the Most High. It was a 3-day process. Who knows what took place during them 3 days, but it was a reason why it was 3-day process. And that's what's going on with us, with our ministries and what we got going on. It's a process. We have to, set our houses in order and get our temples correct and whatnot, according to the Most High. So it's going to be a few days or a few weeks or a few months or whatever it takes, according to the Most High. So verse 6, and I will add unto thy days 15 years, and I will deliver thee and this city out of the hands of the kings of Assyria. And I will defend this city for my own sake and for my servant David's sake. And Isaiah said, take a lump of figs, and they took and laid it on the boils, and he recovered. So Hezekiah hearkened to what the Most High said. And when he did that, what happened? The Most High added 15 more years to his life because he listened. He seeked him. He cried out to him. And that's what we got to do as a whole nation. We got to seek the Lord as a whole nation. We got to humble ourselves. We can't be holier than thou. We can't seem more wiser than the next man. None of that. We all got to learn how to come together and seek the Most High diligently and serve him accordingly, not of our own understanding, but according to the word. And that's what's going on amongst the Royal Sceptre of Yashaya Freestyle Sunday podcast, Ted's got the Pilgrims in the Earth YouTube channel. So we all trying to come together as a whole and diligently seek the Most High, repenting and praying for one another and bearing one another's burdens and doing what we got to do. And as we go through this process, the Most High will reveal to us when it's time to do what we got to do. Till then, we will continue to walk in His truth, repenting daily, serving the Lord accordingly. Until the next time, you will get another Freestyle Sunday podcast, Lord's willing. You will get another Royal Sceptre of Yashaya, Lord's willing. You will get more from Pilgrims in the Earth as well, Lord's willing. So on this holy Sabbath, I will leave y'all with Shabbat Shalom. Stay blessed, prayed up. Peace be unto you and your households as well. And like I said, Shabbat Shalom.